Hey y'all, this is Monarch Mama, and I have another video for you for the virtual homeschool co-op. This is assignment number 4, and the question for the day is, what are your plans for an emergency for your homeschool? We are located in South Texas along the coastline, and so the emergency that we would be preparing for would be hurricanes. We have been through a couple of hurricanes while we have been homeschooling. So the first one, I guess, that we went through was Hurricane Rita, and the day that we heard that Hurricane Rita was going to come sort of our direction, we went ahead and loaded up the kids and all of the books and maybe other valuables that we wanted to take with us, important papers, and we left and went to his parents' house. And they live in Central Texas. So they're not currently in their house, but at that time they were still living in that house. His father and his mother moved into an assisted living place, and then his mother passed away last year. So now it's just his dad that's living, and he is still in that assisted living place. So the house has been sold and it's gone now. But at that time during Hurricane Rita, we just took the books and we went there to the house, and so we were there probably 4 days before the hurricane even arrived. And we were able to just continue on and do our basic, we typically just do basic like math and reading and language, that kind of stuff when we're in an emergency situation, just to kind of keep things going and keep the kids concentrating on something so that they're not thinking about what's going on at home. So and that worked out pretty well. Hurricane Rita was right on the heels of Hurricane Katrina, and so there was quite a panic that went on during that time. So I was thankful that we were able to get out several days early and get ahead of all of the traffic that a lot of people got stuck in during that time. My husband did have to stay behind because he is a chaplain with the police department. He's not an officer, but he is a full-time minister, and so he serves as chaplain for the police department of our city at that time. And he's currently serving as chaplain of the city that we live in now, also a team of chaplains. So, and then the second hurricane that we have been through was Hurricane Ike. And for Hurricane Ike, we didn't quite go as far. We went to my parents' house for that, and I did take school books with me. I didn't take quite as much, but I did take school books with me, and they were able to get some schoolwork done and kind of have a sense of normalcy while we were there. Now, after the hurricane is over, we typically will come home, and that's the time when we will just allow school to not happen for a few days, because most of the time we're going to be without power for several days, which means we may be without ways to cook food. Like for Hurricane Ike, we were without power for 6 days, so that meant that we didn't really have a way to cook our food other than the barbecue grill, and we did get kind of low on water. But you know, we packed up our things, and me and the kids were gone, and then once the storm was over, we came back home after a day or so for cleanup and to get things back to normal. Plus, where we were at my mom's house, and she is about 90 miles off the coast, and Ike was probably worse at her house than it was where I was, and I'm probably, I think we were probably about 13 miles off of the coast where we were living at that time. And so where we are right now, we're living probably about 9 or 10 miles from the coast. So I don't really have an emergency plan other than, you know, when we go, we take our basic books with us. I don't have anything that I feel like we really can't live without. Most everything I feel like it's something that we can replace, and it's just not that important. You know, I take the important papers that we need, like Social Security cards and shot records and things like that, and we take the basic books that we're using at that time for that year. I don't take any extra stuff. I don't take anything that I'm fearful of losing. We just take what we need and we go. So I hope that's helpful to you. I, don't feel like I have a great plan, but it has worked for us in the past 2 hurricanes, and so I think we'll continue to keep doing that. So y'all have a great day, and we'll see you next time.